So, Hope, as I mentioned at the top, I haven't talked about the creative brief because no one seems to talk about it when I'm interviewing folks. So, why has there been so little discussion about the importance of a brand purpose creative brief in your mind?
I mean, this really came to me even watching like Super Bowl ads and thinking about all these. We definitely had different years of different degrees of cause related advertising, but
Mhm.
it always gets a lot of Monday morning quarterback critique. From my experience, I think a purpose driven creative brief requires a different mindset and a different way of thinking that may not be in the mainstream conversation. I think it requires a pivot to see purpose activation through a strong social impact lens.
Mhm.
So, considering different goals and challenges while developing purpose focused brand messaging and activation. Does the brand want to raise awareness about a certain issue or cause? Are they trying to educate people on something? Are they encouraging their target audience or audiences, plural, to consider a certain cause issue and take some degree of action? It seems that there's still a school of thought that purpose can be bolted onto a brand's advertising or messaging. It doesn't have to be a central idea. However, the resulting creative may not be as positively memorable or enduring. I think that's kind of where the greenwashing and everything comes in, and
Mhm.
the consumer skepticism comes in. Because while hope is not a strategy, and people don't know what goes into the strategic part of a creative brief, but that's all the thinking up front really kind of builds it together, build really strong building blocks. As we know, consumers are savvy and they're skeptical, and they can see when purpose is not truly integrated into a brand's message. Some of the best practices involve putting purpose at the center, at the nexus of brand messaging, or at least with a high degree of emphasis. It doesn't have to be exactly the full thing, but it really depends on your brand's goals. But I think when purpose is a primary focus, mindsets will shift to thinking about how to thread purpose throughout the brief. So not just
Mhm.
kind of one piece, but really throughout the brief. So you're embedding or building in purpose, they're not bolting it on.